Ladies and gentlemen of the media, our esteemed commissioners, a special welcome to the viewers on ZBC TV. Welcome to this announcement of results by the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission. My name is Maya Mungu. But before we do that, the Commission has asked us to observe the national anthem. I now hand over this time to the chairperson of the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission, Justice Priscilla Chigumba.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Commissioner Ndo. Good evening, everyone. Might I take this opportunity to ask all the commissioners of the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission who have outstanding announcement regarding proportional representation to finalize their announcements before we go into other announcements. I will start with the commissioners on my right, starting with the Deputy Chairperson. If you have outstanding announcements, please proceed, or any other commissioner on my right.
I have absolutely nothing to add.
Thank you.
So have I.
Announcements, please proceed.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Provincial Elections Officer for Matabeleland North Province has, in accordance with the provisions of the Electoral Act, Chapter 213, Section 445C and 451, 145C, ascertained which of the duly nominated party list candidates for the province should be elected as senators, members of the National Assembly and members of the Provincial Council. The following persons have been declared duly elected as senators for Matabeleland North Province: Nyati Rosemary, MDC Alliance; Sinamapande Herbert, MDC Alliance; Ndlovu Phyllis, MDC Alliance; Matutu Togozile, ZANU PF; Mpofu Obet Moses, ZANU PF; Dube Alice, ZANU PF. The following persons have been declared duly elected as members of National Assembly for Matabeleland North Province: Buda Sibusisiwe, MDC Alliance; Labote Mafoko Ruth, MDC Alliance; Ngube Francisca, MDC Alliance; Nkomo Male, ZANU PF; Masuku Elizabeth, ZANU PF; Mkandla Moli, ZANU PF. The following persons have been declared duly elected as Provincial Council for Matabeleland North Province: Ndlovu Caroline, MDC Alliance; Siachuma George, MDC Alliance; Ndlovu Sharon, MDC Alliance; Ngube Charles, MDC Alliance; Mutimba Chiratidzo, MDC Alliance; Msimanga Dora, ZANU PF; Maphosa Qabayezwe, ZANU PF; Ngwenya Sibongile, ZANU-PF. Ncube Rapson, ZANU-PF. Shoko Princess, ZANU-PF. Thank you.
Good evening. I declare the above persons to be duly elected for the senatorial party list for Mashonaland Central Province. Muronzi Martha, MDC Alliance. Mavunga Monica, ZANU-PF. Shiri Parents, ZANU-PF. Tongogara Angeline Kumbirai, ZANU-PF. Chimtengwende Chenamo Chikeja, ZANU-PF. Chimbudzi Alice, ZANU-PF. I declare the above persons to be duly elected for the Women's Quota Party list for Mashonaland Central Province. Majaya Basilia, MDC Alliance. Shongedza Elizabeth, MDC Alliance. Chibagu Gertrude, ZANU-PF. Mashonganyika Dorothy, ZANU-PF. Nambo Fereska, ZANU-PF. Gezi Tsitsi, ZANU-PF. I declare the following persons to be duly elected to the Provincial Council Party list for Mashonaland Central Province. Dokotera Sekai, MDC Alliance. Sam Mutonderai Petros, MDC Alliance. Masenda Chipo, ZANU-PF. Mavangira Martin Mufiri, ZANU-PF. Zonge Alice, ZANU-PF. Mutake Snowden, ZANU-PF. Chiponda Barbara, ZANU-PF. Kamkombe Paul, ZANU-PF. Chishaka Elizabeth, ZANU-PF. Manyangeni Isaac, ZANU-PF. Thank you.
The following people have been declared duly elected senators for the Midlands Province. Timvias Lillian, MDC Alliance. Komichi Morgan, MDC Alliance. Muzenda Veronica Tsitsi, ZANU-PF. Moyo Spusiso, ZANU-PF. Mbowa Maybe, ZANU-PF. Mavima Lawrence David, ZANU-PF. The following have been declared duly elected members of the National Assembly for the Midlands Province under the Women's Quota. Gojo Catherine, MDC Alliance. Mbodia Memory, MDC Alliance. Mutambisi Coleta, ZANU-PF. Shirishena Elina, ZANU-PF. Joe Perseverance, ZANU-PF. Nari Variet, ZANU-PF. The following have been duly elected members of the Provincial Council for the Midlands Province. Mashija Elizabeth, MDC Alliance. Masendeke Francisco Mudabanu, MDC Alliance. Madzibire Lucia, MDC Alliance. Pepe Sedwell, ZANU-PF. Maswingise Catherine, ZANU-PF. Mupeperi Cornelius, ZANU-PF. Nanga Unis, ZANU-PF. Hobe Sheunesu, ZANU-PF. Maramidze Plaxedis, ZANU-PF. Hobe Kudakwashe, ZANU-PF. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Commissioners. It is my singular honor and privilege to announce the chiefs who have been duly elected as senators. The Provincial Elections Officer for Midlands Province, in accordance with the provisions of the Electoral Act, conducted the elections and chose 2 Senator Chiefs for Midlands Province. The following chiefs have been declared duly elected as Senators for Midlands Province: Mkwananzi Zama Ntua, Chief Ngungubane; Ntabeni Milton, Chief Ntabeni. The following chiefs duly elected as South Province: Ndiweni Vuyani, Chief Nyanga Zonke; Matema Nkulumani, Chief Matema. The following chiefs have been declared duly elected as Senators for Matabeleland North Province: Siatawa Nkataro, Chief Siantsali; Kumalo Mandla Zulu, Chief Matupula. Following chiefs have been declared duly elected as Senators for Masvingo Province: Chauke Felani, Chief Chitanga; Wawanga Ranganai, Chief Nema. The following chiefs have been duly elected as Senators for Mashonaland West Province: Pasipamire Peter, Chief Ngezi; Mbasera Abel, Chief Chundu. The following chiefs have been declared duly elected as Senators for Mashonaland East Province: Bungu Witness M, Chief Chikwakwa; Chikukwa Langton, Chief Nechombo. The following chiefs have been declared duly elected as Senators for Mashonaland Central Province: Nyabudzi Clements, Chief Nembire; Chigwadzara Chinenza, Chief Matsiwo. The following chiefs have been declared duly elected as Senators for Manicaland South Province: Shepherd Chengeta Gundu, Chief Makumbe; Enias Mapungwana, Chief Mapungwana. With that announcement, I bring to a close all of the announcement regarding all of our constitutional requirements, and I would like to advise that as of now, the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission is now ready to begin the announcement of the results for the presidential election 2018. We will be announcing the results in terms of all our 10 provinces. At the end of the announcements for our 10 provinces, we will then proceed to announce the overall winner and to make the declaration of the winner. As of now, I would like to advise that we have the results for all of our 9 provinces, and that we have 1 province which is outstanding, and then the declaration, which we will be making tonight. Secretariat is in the process of finalizing the results. I myself, as the chairperson, as I previously advised, I am responsible for Harare Metropolitan Province, so I will commence the announcements with the results of the presidential election results for Harare Metropolitan Province. Then I will ask, when I am finished, the deputy chairperson to commence the announcements that he has on his plate, starting from my right with all commissioners on my right and then moving to the left. The presidential election provincial results and the results of the presidential election in respect of Harare Metropolitan Province are as follows. The total votes cast in Harare Metropolitan Province were 771,777. This is out of a total voter population of 900,728. We had a total number of rejected votes of 5,807, and the provincial percentage poll of 85.7 thousand. Thank you, commissioners. 85.7%. Busha Joseph Makamba of the Free Zimbabwe Congress received a total number of 1,007 votes in Harare Metropolitan Province. Chamisa Nelson Movement for Democratic Change Alliance received a total number of 548,889 votes. Chikanga Evaristo Washington of Rebuild Zimbabwe received 834 votes. Zapasi Melba, hashtag 1980 Freedom Movement Zimbabwe, received 147 votes in Harare Metropolitan Province. Gawa Mafumo Peter of the United Democratic Front received 148 votes. Hlabangana Kwanele, Republicans Party of Zimbabwe, received 345 votes. Kasia Muru Blessing, Zimbabwe Partnership of Prosperity, received 652 votes. Kupe Tokozani, Movement of Democratic Change, received 3,019 votes. Maduku Love More, National Constitutional Assembly, received 303 votes. Mangoma Elton Steers, Coalition of Democrats, received 213 votes. Manyika Noah Ngoni of Build Zimbabwe Alliance received 611 votes. Mafumo Chiguvare Tonderai Johannes Timothy People's Progressive Party received 97 votes. Mariacha Violet United Democratic Movement received 89 votes. Mambi Hove Divine National Alliance of Patriotic and Democratic Republicans received 92 votes. Mnangagwa Emerson Dambudzo, Zimbabwe African National Union Patriotic Front, received 204,710 votes in Harare Metropolitan Province. Moyo Nkosana Donald, Alliance for the People's Agenda, received 1,577 votes. Mteki Brian Taurai, an independent, received 158 votes. Mugadza William Taoneji, Bethel Christian Party, received 572 votes. Mujuru Joyce Teurai Ropa People's Rainbow received 1,688 votes. Munyanduri Tendai Peter New Patriotic Front received 219 votes. Mutiniri Ambrose National Patriotic Front received 208 votes. Shumba Kuzo Jirava Daniel United Democratic Alliance 222 votes. Wilson Harry Peter Democratic Opposition Party received 170 votes, and these are the results of the presidential election in respect of Harare Metropolitan Province. May I invite the Deputy Chairperson to proceed.
Thank you, Chair. A very good evening to all of you. My results are in relation to Masvingo Province. Total number of votes cast, 519,300. Total voter population, 617,211 voters. Total votes rejected, 9,941. Provincial percentage poll, 84.1%. And the results are as follows. Busha Joseph Makamba, Free Zimbabwe Congress, 2,508. Chamisa Nelson, Movement for Democratic Change Alliance, 171,196 votes. Chikanga Evaristo Washington, Rebuild Zimbabwe Party, 2,381 votes. Zapasi Melba, #1980 Freedom Movement Zimbabwe, 217 votes, 217. Gawa Mafumo Peter, United Democratic Front, 352 votes. Hlabangana Kwanele, Republican Party of Zimbabwe, 1,301 votes. Kasia Muru Blessing, Zimbabwe Partnership of Prosperity, 810 votes. Kupe Tokozani, Movement for Democratic Change, T, 3,017 votes. Maduku Love More, National Constitutional Assembly, 335 votes. Mangoma Elton Steers, Coalition of Democrats, 281 votes. Manyika Noah Ngoni, Build Zimbabwe Alliance, 289 votes. Mapfumo Chiguvare Tonderai Johannes Timothy, People's Progressive Party, 218 votes. Mariacha Violet, I will read this again. Mariacha Violet, United Democratic Movement, 158 votes. Mambi Hole Divine, National Alliance of Patriotic and Democratic Republicans, 775 votes. Mnamgagwa Emerson Lambuzo, Zimbabwe African National Union Patriotic Front, 319,073 votes. Moyonkosana Donald, Alliance for the People's Agenda, 1,708 votes. Mteki Brian Taurai, Independent, 411 votes. Mugadza William Taonezi, Bethel Christian Party, 627 votes. Mujuru Joyce Taurai Roba, People's Rainbow Coalition, 979 votes. Munyanduri Tendai Peter, New Patriotic Front, 798 votes. Mutiniri Ambrose, National Patriotic Front, 600 votes. Shumba Kuzozirava Daniel, United Democratic Alliance, 534 votes. Lastly, Wilson Harry Peter, Democratic Opposition Party, 857 votes. That would be all from Masvingo Province.
The result of the presidential election in respect of Mashonaland East Province are as follows. Let me start by telling you about the total votes cast. 542,254 votes. Total votes rejected, 6,794 votes. Total voter population, 633,411. Provincial percentage poll, 85.6%. Then I'll read the votes for each candidate. Busha Joseph Makamba, Free Zim Congress, 1,681 votes. Chamisa Nelson, Movement for Democratic Change Alliance, 189,024 votes. Chikanga Evaristo Washington, Rebuild Zimbabwe, 949. Zapa Simelba, #1980, Freedom Movement Zimbabwe, 194 votes. Gaba Mafumo Peter, United Democratic Front, 204 votes. Hlabangani Kwanele, Republicans Party of Zimbabwe, 734 votes. Kaisimuru Blessing, Zimbabwe Partnership of Prosperity, 590 votes. Kupe Tokozani, Movement of Democratic Change, Team, 2,296 votes. Maduku Lovemore, National Constitutional Assembly, 218. Mangoma Elton Steers, Coalition of Democrats, 204 votes. Manyika Noah Ngoni, Build Zimbabwe Alliance, 186 votes. Mafumo Chikuvare Tonderai Johannes Timothy, People's Progressive Party, 112 votes. Mariacha Violet, United Democratic Movement, 105 votes. Mhambi Wobe Divine, National Alliance of Patriotic and Democratic Republicans, 302 votes. Mnangagwa Emerson Dambudzo, Zimbabwe African National Union Patriotic Front, 334,617 votes. Moyo David Donald, Alliance for the People's Agenda, 1,166. Mteki Brian Teurai, Independent, 177 votes. Mkaza William Tawonezwi, Bethel Christian Party, 451 votes. Mjuru Teurai, I'll take that again, Mjuru Joyce Teurai Ropa, People's Rainbow Coalition, 972 votes. Munyanduri Tendai Peter, New Democratic Front, 330 votes. Mtiniri Ambrose, National Patriotic Front, 308 votes. Shumba Kuzozwirava Daniel, United Democratic Alliance, 274 votes. Wilson Harry Peter, Democratic Opposition Party, 366 votes. That's all. I thank you.
I will announce the results in respect of Matabeleland South Province. The total votes cast was 216,595. The total voter population was 264,185. The total voters rejected was 4,080. The provincial percentage poll is 82.0%. The results are as follows. Busha Joseph Makamba, Free Zim Congress, 1,216. Chamisa Nelson, Movement for Democratic Change Alliance, 90,292. Chikanga Everesto Washington, Rebuild Zimbabwe, 1,335. Zapasi Melba, hashtag 1980 Freedom Movement Zimbabwe, 170 votes. Gava Mafumo Peter, United Democratic Front, 304. Hlabangana Kwanele, Republicans Party of Zimbabwe, 1,085. Kasia Muru Blessing, Zimbabwe Partnership of Prosperity, 480. Kupe Togozani, Movement for Democratic Change T, 4,698. Maduku Lavmo, National Constitutional Assembly, 249. Mangoma Elton Steers, Coalition of Democrats, 215. Manyika Noah Ngoni, 222. Mafumo Chiguvare Tonderai Johnson Timothy, People's Progressive Party, 158. Maria Shaya Violet, United Democratic Movement, 209. Muhambi Hove Divine, National Alliance of Muhambi Hove Divine, National Alliance of Patriotic and Democratic Republicans, 404. Mnangagwa Emerson Dambudzo, Zimbabwe African National Union Patriotic Front, 107,008. Moyo Nkosana Donald, Alliance for the People's Agenda, 1,060. Mteki Brian Taurai, Independent, 255. Mugadza William Taonezwi, Bethel Christian Party, 509. Mujuru Joyce Teurai Ropa, People's Rainbow Coalition, 808. Munyanduri Tendai Peter, New Patriotic Front, 429. Mutiniri Ambrose, National Patriotic Front, 456. Shumba Kuzor Zwirawa Daniel, United Democratic Alliance, 411. Wilson Harry Peter, Democratic Opposition Party, 461. That's the end for Matebele and South Province.
May I say thank you to the commissioners on my right and invite the commissioners on my left to commence with the announcement of their respective provinces.
Thank you, Chair. The result of the presidential election in respect of Bulawayo Metropolitan Province are as follows. Total voter population, 258,567. Total votes cast, 217,306. Total votes rejected, 1,901. Provincial percentage poll, 84%. Busha Joseph Makamba of Free Zim Congress, 497 votes. Chamisa Nelson, Movement for Democratic Change Alliance, 144,107. Chikanga Evaristo Washington, Rebuild Zimbabwe, 364 votes. Tapa Simelba, Hashtag 1980 Freedom Movement Zimbabwe, 94. Kava Mafumo Peter, United Democratic Front, 78 votes. Hlabangana Wanele, Republicans Party of Zimbabwe, 442 votes. Kasia Muru Blessing, Zimbabwe Partnership of Prosperity, 320 votes. Kupe Togozani, Movement of Democratic Change T, 5,753 votes. Maduku Love More, National Constitutional Assembly, 81 votes. Mangoma Elton Steers, Coalition of Democrats, 60 votes. Manyika Noangoni, Build Zimbabwe Alliance, 104 votes. Mafumo Chikubare Tonderai Johannes Timothy, People's Progressive Party, 45 votes. Maria Chaviolet, United Democratic Movement, 65 votes. Mambi Wove Divine, National Alliance of Patriotic and Democratic Republicans, 57 votes. Mnangagwa Emerson Tambudzo, Zimbabwe African National Union Patriotic Front, 60,168 votes. Moyo Nkosana Donald, Alliance for the People's Agenda, 1,350 votes. Mteki Brian Taurai, Independent, 68 votes. Mukata William Taonezwi, Bethel Christian Party, 231. Mujuru Joyce Teurai Ropa, People's Rainbow Coalition, 1,050 votes. Munyanduri Tendai Peter, New Patriotic Front, 133 votes. Mutiniri Ambrose, National Patriotic Front, 91 votes. Shumba Kuzozwiraba Daniel, United Democratic Alliance, 118 votes. Wilson Harry Peter, Democratic Opposition Party, 129 votes. The results of the presidential election in respect of Matabele North Province are as follows. Busha Joseph Makamba, Free Zim Congress, 1,401. Chamisa Nelson, Movement for Democratic Change Alliance, 137,611. Chikanga Evaristo Washington, Rebuild Zimbabwe, 1,342 votes. Zapa Simelba, hashtag 1980 Freedom Movement Zimbabwe, 221 votes. Kaba Mafumo Peter, United Democratic Front, 404 votes. Hlabangana Kwanele, Republicans Party of Zimbabwe, 975 votes. Kasia Muru Blessing, Zimbabwe Partnership of Prosperity, 765 votes. Kupe Tokozani, Movement of Democratic Change T, 12,776 votes. Maduku Love More, National Constitutional Assembly, 261 votes. Mangoma Elton Steers, Coalition of Democrats, 264 votes. Manyika Noah Ngoni, Build Zimbabwe Alliance, 227 votes. Mafumo Chikuvare Tonderai Johannes Timothy, People's Progressive Party, 148 votes. Maria Chaviolet, United Democratic Movement, 267 votes. Mohambi Wobe Divine, National Alliance of Patriotic and Democratic Republicans, 462 votes. Mnangagwa Emerson Nambuzo, Zimbabwe African National Union Patriotic Front, 111,452 votes. Moyo Nkosana Donald, Alliance for the People's Agenda, 1,419 votes. Mteki Brian Taurai, Independent, 229 votes. Mukata William Taonezwi, Bethel Christian Party, 726 votes. Mujuru Joyce Teurai Ropa, People's Rainbow Coalition, 1,170 votes. Munyanduri Tendai Peter, New Patriotic Front, 412 votes. Mutiniri Ambrose, National Patriotic Front, 502 votes. Shumba Kuzozwiraba Daniel, United Democrat, 558 votes. Wilson Harry Peter, Democratic Opposition Party, 570. I thank you.
The result of the presidential election in respect of Mashonaland Central Province. Total voter population for the province, 531,984. Total votes cast, 483,423 votes. Total votes rejected, 6,574. Provincial percentage poll, 90.9%. Busha Joseph Makamba of Free Zim Congress, 1,480 votes. Chamisa Nelson of the Movement for Democratic Change Alliance, 97,097 votes. Chikanga Evaristo Washington, Rebuild Zimbabwe, 872 votes. Zapasi Melba of hashtag 1980 Freedom Movement Zimbabwe, 151 votes. Gava Mapfumo Peter, United Democratic Front, 232 votes. Labangana Kwanele, Republicans Party of Zimbabwe, 861 votes. Kasia Muru Blessing of Zimbabwe Partnership of Prosperity, 383 votes. Kupe Tokozani of Movement for Democratic Change T, 1,557 votes. Maduku Love More of National Constitutional Assembly, 150 votes. Mangoma Eroton Steers of Coalition of Democrats, 187 votes. Manyika Noangoni of Build Zimbabwe Alliance, 139 votes. Mapfumo Chiguvare Tonderai Johannes Timothy of People's Progressive Party, 120 votes. Mariacha Violet United Democratic Movement, 110 votes. Mambi Hove Divine of National Alliance of Patriotic and Democratic Republicans, 1,047 votes. Mnangagwa Emerson Dambudzo of Zimbabwe African National Union Patriotic Front, 366,785 votes. Moyo Skosana Donald Alliance for the People's Agenda, 907 votes. Muteki Brian Taurai Independent, 247 votes. Mugadza William Taonezvi Bethel Christian Party, 421 votes. Mujuru Joyce Teurai Ropa People's Rainbow Coalition, 2,616 votes. Munyanduri Tendai Peter New Patriotic Front, 413 votes. Mutiniri Ambrose National Patriotic Front, 373 votes. Shumba Kuzozvirava Daniel United Democratic Alliance, 254 votes. Wilson Harry Peter Democratic Opposition Party, 447 votes. Thank you.
Good evening. I present to you results of the presidential results from the Midlands province. The total voter population in the Midlands province is 761,985. The total number of votes cast were 637,021 votes. There were 11,619 votes that were rejected. The provincial percentage poll was 83.6%. The results are as follows. Busha Joseph Makamba of Free Zim Congress, 2,774. Chamisa Nelson of the Movement for Democratic Change Alliance, 255,059 votes. Chikanga Evaristo Washington of Rebuild Zimbabwe, 1,794 votes. Zapasi Melba of hashtag Freedom Movement, hashtag 1980 Freedom Movement Zimbabwe, 262 votes. Gaba Mafumo Madugu Lovemore of the National Constitutional Assembly, 335 votes. Mangoma Elton Steers of the Coalition of Democrats, 311 votes. Manyika Noah Ngoni of Build Zimbabwe Alliance, 400 votes. Mafumo Chigubare Tonderai Johannes Timothy of the People's Progressive Party, 217 votes. Maria Cha Violet of the United Democratic Movement, 222 votes. Mhambi Hobe Divine of the National Alliance of Patriotic and Democratic Republicans, 633 votes. Mnangagwa Emerson Dambudzo of the Zimbabwe African National Union Patriotic Front, 350,754 votes. Moyo Nkosana Donald of the Alliance for People's Agenda, 1,988. Mteki Brian Taurai, an independent, 401 votes. Mugadza William Tawonezwi of the Bethel Christian Party, 774 votes. Mujuru Joyce Teurai Ropa of the People's Rainbow Coalition, 1,163 votes. Munyanduri Tendai Peter of the New Patriotic Front, 658 votes. Mutiniri Ambrose of the National Patriotic Front, 581 votes. Shumba Kuzo Zwiraba Daniel of the United Democratic Alliance, 535 votes. Wilson Harry Peter of the Democratic Opposition Party, 667 votes. That's the end of the results of the Midlands province.
Good evening. I present to you presidential (1,223 votes). Kasia Muru Blessing, Zimbabwe Partnership of Prosperity, 1,027 votes. Kupe Tokozani, Movement of Democratic Change T, 4,793. Maduku Lovemore, National Constitutional Assembly, 548 votes. Mangoma Elton Steers, Coalition of Democrats, 4,356 votes. Manyika Noah Ngoni, Build Zimbabwe Alliance, has 237 votes. Mapfumo Chiguvare Tonderai Ioannis Timothy of People's Progressive Party has 219 votes. Mariacha Violet of United Democratic Movement has 247 votes. Mambi Hove Divine National Alliance of Patriotic and Democratic Republicans has 627 votes. Mnangagwa Emerson Dambudzo of Zimbabwe African National Union Patriotic Front has 292,938 votes. Moyongosana Donald, Alliance for the People's Agenda, has 2,508 votes. Muteki Brian, an independent, has 477 votes. Mugaza William Bethel Party has 838 votes. Mujuru Joyce Teurai Ropa, People's Rainbow Coalition, has 1,279 votes. Munyanduri Tendai Peter, New Patriotic Front, has 594. Mutiniri Ambrose, National Patriotic Front, has 533. Shumba Kuzozvirava Daniel, United Democratic Alliance, has 575. Wilson Harry Peter, I nearly said Harry Potter. Of Democratic Opposition Party has 659 votes. The total number of voters, voter population in Manicaland was 733,369. Total votes cast was 621,633. Total votes rejected was 10,221. The provincial percentage was 84.8%. That is all for Manicaland.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. These are the results for the 9 out of our 10 provinces that we have at the moment. If I could just ask your indulgence to make the following announcement. For the election of senators to represent people with disabilities, it is hereby notified that after the conduct of the election of 2 senators, 1 male and 1 female, to represent people with disabilities, which was held on 2 August 2018 at the Rainbow Towers, Jacaranda Rooms, the following persons were duly declared elected members of the Senate. Timire Rejoice, female senator; Cooper Watson, male senator. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you note that we have announced the results of the presidential election of 9 out of 10 provinces, I will now kindly seek your indulgence for us to adjourn for approximately 60 minutes, whereafter we will come back with the results of Mashonaland West Province, which is the outstanding province, and then make the declaration of the winner tonight. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much, commissioners. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen of the press. Esteemed welcome, and thanks to those viewers watching us on ZBC TV. I've just been giving you the results here live from the National Results Center, which were given out by the commissioners. We're here. One outstanding province still to go. Recording at 1, 2. 1, 2.
This land, our land, is our Zimbabwe, a land of peace for you and me, once born in pain and segregation, but now we live in harmony. Now flies the flag, our nation's glory. We live with
One.
Okay, coming back to you live from the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission. We have just been giving you a rundown of the election updates. Okay, so a quick one just between ED and Nelson Chamisa. For the Bulawayo province, ED has got 60,168, where Nelson Chamisa has been leading with 144,107. Coming down to Harare Metro. My apologies, I'll have to read this. Harare Metro, ED has got 204,710, and Nelson Chamisa is leading again with 548,889. Manicaland, ED has got 292,938, and Chamisa is still leading with 296,429,000. Coming down to Marsh Central, ED has got 366,785,000, and Chamisa is trailing with 296,439,000. Marsh Central, 366,785,000, Chamisa is way too behind with 97,097. Marsh East, 334,617 for ZANU-PF candidate ED, and Chamisa is also trailing big time with 189,024. Mashingo, 319,073 for ED, and Nelson Chamisa is down with 191,196. Mat South, 107,008 for ED. Chamisa is only with 90,289. Coming down to Mat North, ED is 111,452,000, and Nelson Chamisa has been recorded 137,601. Midlands, ED has got 350,742, and Nelson Chamisa is still trailing with 250,057. We're just left with one more province where we're going to be updating you with the final results, and the ZAC's manager joined for the last province coming through. So as far as these results are concerned, definitely ED is leading with quite a big margin. Wherever Nelson Chamisa was leading, you saw that he was only leading with a small margin, but ED was coming back with a way too big a margin. It's a big margin that will not even be able to cover through. And one more province that's left is likely going the ED way as well. So from us, we're just going to be waiting for the next hour to get the next update coming through as soon as the ZAC commissions come back in this building. In the meantime, we just have to wait back and sit and relax and get to hear the results. So it's been one of the most contested elections ever held. But we have seen quite a bigger change, and this gap is not as it used to be in the MP or the parliamentary elections, where we managed to see a big move. As far as Nelson Chamisa has managed to actually do a very major leap forward to try and cover the gap compared to the House of Assembly constituency results. So from us and all the crew behind the scenes, in the meantime, we say goodbye. Ciao. We'll be back in the next 60 minutes. That's an hour for you if they do manage to make it, of course, in the next hour. Otherwise, for me, this is Tony, and this is www.techmec.tv. We'll resume this broadcast once the commissions come back to announce more results. Ciao, ciao.
Shikaho masengaba, nai baba ere, iri bachirangano. Baba iri bachirangano. Baba iri bachirangano. Chero shikaho masengaba, nai baba ere, baba iri bachirangano. Shikatora kuwa baba, nai baba ere baba, baba baba, baba iri bachirangano. Chero mukabira sei baba, nai baba ere, iri bachirangano. Shikatora kuwa baba, nai baba ere, iri bachirangano. Chero mukaro asei baba, nai baba ere, iri bachirangano. Baba, baba iri bachirangano. Chero mukaro asei baba, nai baba ere baba, baba. chikatora kuva baba dai baba here tiri pachirangano tiri pachirangano chero chikatora kuva baba dai baba here tiri pachirangano chero chikakosha sei baba dai baba here tiri pachirangano baba tiri pachirangano baba tiri pachirangano chero zvanyakosha sei baba dai baba here baba chero chikatora kuva baba dai baba here baba
Baba,
inside our hearts as we all stand to build our nation, this our land, our Zimbabwe.
Though I may go to distant borders, my heart will yearn for this my home, for time and space may separate us, and yet she holds my heart alone. Now flies the flag, my nation's glory. I'll live with pride inside my heart. I'll make a stand to build this nation, this my land, my Zimbabwe.
Now flies the flag, our nation's glory. We live with pride inside our hearts as we all stand to build our nation, this our land, our Zimbabwe. We've been through it all. We've had our days. We've had our falls. Now the time has come for us to stand as one.
The night is gone, and with the morning come rays of hope that lead us on.
So we will strive to give our children a brighter day where they belong. Oh, now flies the flag, our nation's glory. We live with pride inside our hearts as we all stand to build our nation,
nyangwe zvikaoma zvikasvikepi vakadzidza vakazvitadza nyika dzimwe dzikatiseka hatingapererwi netariro Zimbabwe Mwari vanongoida kune vana vake muZimbabwe tichadaidze Mwari wedu tichadaidze Mwari wedu nyangwe zvikaoma zvikasvikepi vakadzidza vakazvitadza nyika dzimwe dzikatiseka hatingapererwi netariro Zimbabwe Mwari munongoida kune vana venyu muZimbabwe isu tichadaidze Mwari wedu oh tichadaidze
tamaona Mwari dzingorinyasha pamusoro penyasha mabasa enyu Mwari tiwaya tamaona Mwari dzingorinyasha pamusoro penyasha Jesu Dinya Radze Don't twaga Imimoga Moyo wangu Unomushua Aiwa tarisai kuno mwari Tarisai zvenyu kuno Mwari ndinyaradze Notsvaga imi moyo guno mushura nditarisei Mwari aiwa Mwari nditarisei Mwari tarisai kuno Mwari notsvaga Mwariga mangwanani ano Mwari nditarisei Mwari ndirangarirei Mwari mangwanani ano Mwariga Doswaga imi unomushua dita Jesu dinya radze